Hi, this is Harish here. Welcome to DB2 LUW tips and tricks video tutorial part 1 to 4. In this video tutorial, I'm going to talk about a tip. The tip is about DB2 TCP underscore client underscore RCV timeout registry variable. It is not working with Windows client. The scripts that I'm using, the data files that I'm using are available for free download at db2luwacademy.blogspot.in. The YouTube channel URL is youtube.com/db2luwacademy. This slide talks about the problem scenario and the question. The problem scenario is like I want to demonstrate or provide a tip on how the DB2 TCP underscore client underscore RCV timeout registry variable is not working in Windows client, particularly with the DB2CLP session. So this registry variable is about the TCP network level timeout. So if you are connecting to the database and if the network goes down for some reason, or if somebody pulls the LAN cable or something, right? So when the server is not reachable, or when the connection between the client and the server is not reachable, so after a particular timeout value, it will just keep on pinging, and after that you have to timeout eventually. So how much time you are going to wait? So that's this receive timeout, and that setting is not working for DB2CLP application alone in a Windows client. So it works in a Unix environment like Linux environment, AX environment. The only thing is it is not working in Windows, and that too it is not working for the CLP session. So I'm not sure about, see, you can have a Windows client but a Java application connecting to the DB2 database, or a .NET application, or ODBC application. So it varies. So various applications will use various kind of settings and drivers. So these settings can be overwritten or overridden by that application also. So here I am specifically talking about Windows client DB2 CLP application, or the CLP session that we typically use, and it is a defect. So I looked in the IBM Knowledge Center, and there is a defect around this registry variable for ODBC applications, and they are also saying that it got fixed in 10.1 fixpack 6, and so these fixpack and all these things are cumulative. So it should not, the defect should not be occurring in 11.1, but the issue is still observed in DB2 Express C 11.1. So I'm not sure about the ESC edition. So maybe see, sometimes things happen. So sometimes it doesn't work in it does not work in Express C, but it will work in ESC edition. So I'm not like 100% sure. I have not tested ESC edition, and this registry variable works in Unix based environments. Only in Windows client it will not work, and that too the DB2 CLP session alone will not work. Maybe I have not tried other applications like a Java based application in a Windows client. I have not tried that scenario, or .NET or ODBC. I'm not talking, I haven't tried. A lot of other applications can connect from Windows client, right? So I haven't tried each and every setting, but then the DB2 CLP session is not working. That is what I want to tell. And the big question that I'm asking here is like, see, if this did not get fixed, right? So let's say, okay, let's understand that there is a defect, but then somehow we want this functionality, right? So at the OS level, there is a TCP keep alive or a TCP keep alive timeout setting is there, okay? But my understanding is, like, I did some test case. I'm not again a network expert here, but I did some test case, and I set the OS level TCP keep alive parameter, and it is kind of overridden by the DB2 registry variable. So what happens is, like, even if you set something at the OS TCP level, TCP parameter settings level, the registry variable kind of overrides the OS level setting. So if you don't give anything to this registry variable, the default value of 15 seconds is assumed, even if something is there at the TCP level or the OS level configuration. And even if you don't configure this registry variable at the DB2, still the default value of 15 seconds is only taken. So there is, if I'm using CLP session, I'm like stuck in a conundrum, right? So how, I don't know how to come out of that, because OS level is also not supported. I mean, OS level is supported, but it is getting overridden by the registry variable, and the registry variable, if you set some timeout explicitly, it's not taking that value either, and it always defaults to 15 seconds. 10 or 15 seconds. I think 15 seconds I think is the default. Okay, so without further delay, and we'll get into the demonstration of this feature or functionality. So at least it will be helpful in with regards to that. So just don't look at like, yeah, this environment registry variable might work in ESC edition. So so what is the benefit in watching this video tutorial, right? So you can just try to understand how this setting works. Okay, so that will be a good tip, I think. So here I have so this is my Windows box, so Windows laptop. So here I have DB2 installed, and I have a I'll show you list DB directory. So I have a database CP1252, and I have a database Photon. Okay, so Photon, Photon. The actual database name is Photon. It is in the node Ubuntu. So I'll show you that also. DB2 list node directory. So you can see that the Ubuntu server is a supported server. So Ubuntu OS is a supported OS. So it's not like CentOS. So Ubuntu is supported, and the IP address is there. So it's cataloged so that it's connectable and all. So I should be able to connect. So DB2 connect to what is that? Connect to Photon. Connect to Photon. User DB2 using DB2 So before hitting that enter, I'll show you the Ubuntu system. So this is the Ubuntu server. This is like a virtual machine. So I've installed Ubuntu OS. So so what I did was create the database Photon, connect to the Photon, create a table, just load it with some sample data. Do the same thing in Windows. The database name is CP1252. Do the same thing, so that I have cataloged the node and database directory in both the servers. So I should be able to use the Windows as a client and connect to the Photon database, or I can use Ubuntu as the client and connect to the CP1252 database. Either ways it will work. So that's how this catalog is done. So I showed you that. Okay, so let me just directly show you the set all. So all these things I have already done here. So let me just show you that. So you can see that the TCP client receive timeout is 75, right? So if this is okay, now this is 75. This is set in the Ubuntu, right? And in the okay, let's just look at the non-working thing first. Okay. So what is the setting on, yeah, that question comes, right? So what is the setting that is there in here? DB2 So you can see that I have set that TCP setting to 120, so which means like 2 minutes. Okay, and I don't think so it's going to take 2 minutes. I'm going to demonstrate that. Okay, so what we'll do is we will connect to Photon user DB2 using DB2 So the server is started and all, and it should be in the network, right? So what I'm going to do is like, okay, oops, okay, that's the thing. Okay, what happened? Okay, yeah. So the connection is, so now we are connected to the network. Okay, I'll try one more time. Yeah, so it got connected. So so this is my Ubuntu server. The network connection is up. Okay, and I'm able to connect to the database from the Windows client. I'm connecting to the Ubuntu server. So I can show you, like for example, I can show you here DB2 list applications. So you can see that, yes, see 192.168.1.2, which is the Windows box, and it is connected. Okay, then what I'm going to do is DB2 select staff ID from staff with UR, and once this is started, I'm going to remove the network connection between these two, right? Just disconnect that. That's it. So once you disconnected it, it should stop here actually. Okay, I don't know why it's not stopping. Okay, did we disconnect it? Yeah. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Let us try. Okay, let us try one more time. Okay, let's go back into the network. Okay, let's connect. Okay, run this select. Okay, and disconnect the network. Okay, so how I do that is like come here and just, this is like pulling the plug. 55 seconds, 255, 55 is what when I pulled it out. Okay, yeah, you can see that it got hanged. So 1 2, okay, okay, that's weird. It should have, yeah, so it's only taking 10 or 15 seconds, right? So it's not giving me 2 minutes, definitely not, right? It's like, this is what I'm saying. So it's getting timed out. I gave 120 seconds, which is like 2 minutes, but definitely it's not taking 2 minutes. Okay, so I'll show you that scenario. So because this is in Windows environment, it is not working. Okay, I'll show you the working way of it. So if I have to show you that, then what I'm going to do is terminate, and I'm going to start the instance here. Okay, so I'm going to bring down the instance here. So DB2 deactivate DB name is Photon, PHOTON. DB2 stop. So I'm going to reverse the scenario. So I'm going to, okay, connect that, put it on the network. Okay, I'm going to reverse the scenario. So it should take 75, so it should take roughly about 1.5 minutes. So DB2 connect to WCP1252 user Harish. Now it's not going to connect, so we need to start the DB2 instance here. So now the Windows will act like a server. Okay, the Ubuntu machine will act like a client. So let us activate the database. DB2 activate DB2CLP and this database is cataloged. Okay, connected. Now this database is cataloged here as WCP1252 user Harish, enter, BIENVENUE, enter. So it got connected. I'm going to say the same thing, DB2 select staff ID from staff with UR. Okay, so after I hit that, okay, it's going to fetch me a lot of records, and what I'm going to do is disconnect the network. Okay, so it got 2030, it stopped. So 258.30, right? So 258.30 means 1.5 minutes it should wait. So it should be like 259.38. So 259.38, so 3 o'clock. So it should wait till 3 o'clock. See, it's not timing out after 15 seconds. The default value is 15 seconds. I think we have crossed so comfortably, we have crossed 15 seconds. It's going to take 1.5 minutes. It's going to wait. Oh, yeah, 75 seconds is 1.5 minutes. So it's going to wait for that time, 1.5 minutes. So 1.5 minutes should be around 259.30. I think 259.30 is 1 minute. So it's still waiting, right? So it will not get timeout for the time 75 seconds. So I don't think so. Still we have reached that. I think we have crossed 1 minute now. So another 75 seconds is what we need to wait for. Yeah, see, 259.40. Yeah, roughly about 75 seconds, right? So you cannot be that much exact. So I mean, we are not looking some stopwatch or something, right? It's, hope you understand, but you can definitely look at the wait time, right? It's not 15 seconds. So what was the time? So DB2 set -all. 75 seconds client receive timeout. So it kind of honors or respects that setting, you know. But for some reason, if I put it the same registry variable, if I configure it in Windows, right, I showed you right here, it is already there. It says 120, right? So 120 means 2 minutes, but in 10 seconds you will find that it's getting timed out. I mean, I showed you that, right? 10-15 seconds it's getting timed out, so it's not taking that setting. Yeah, this could be an issue with Express C. Maybe in Enterprise Edition it works. Let's hope it works. I don't have an Enterprise Server Edition for Windows. I have for Enterprise Server Edition for Linux, but then I don't have for Windows. And this is how this setting works. So after you are connecting to the database, so the setting is basically if the network goes down and stuff like that happens, right? So if the network doesn't come back up within this time, it's going to time out. And yeah, I can demonstrate that also. So for example, what I'll do is I'll again connection established. So let's connect to that. Okay, and let me run that same select query again. Okay, and it is running, and let's say somebody pulled the network cable, so I can do like that. Yeah, so somebody got pulled it, so it stopped. So let's say it stopped for about see disconnected, so it's, let's say it stopped for about 20 seconds or 30 seconds or 15 seconds, whatever, but it within that 1.5 minute it should come, right? So let's say after some time again it comes back, right? So yes, so now it again comes back. Okay, but it's still not, yeah, okay, you can see that the query has started moving, right? The connection got established and it got moving. So sometimes your network goes down and sometimes it comes back after some 40 seconds. So it happens. So you don't want your connections to get disconnected abruptly, right? Because the database will be doing something, so you need to configure this. It is good to have this environment variable set, and based upon your network, you have to talk to your network admin, tell them about like what could be the best thing to do, like for this value, right? You need to tune that from the network level. So hopefully the network admin will have those kind of details. So what else I'm going to do here? That's it. So I just stop the thing, and that's it. So hope this information was useful to you. So I'm not going to waste I'm not going to take your time, so let me just stop and do all the things later. So hope this information was useful to you. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel youtube.com/db2lew academy. See you in the next video tutorial. Until then, bye bye.